Hello and welcome to my tropical style garden here in the UK. Today is February the 5th and I've got the day off, so I'm going to get started on my garden transformation. Hopefully today I can start getting some of the plants out, start shaping the path and basically seeing where we go from there, and I'll talk through the process with you. So let's get on with it. Right, so in my last video I talked about the new design, which is this new yin-yang design to my garden. And to start with, the first thing I needed to do was find the center point of this circle, because that would allow me then to use that as a compass point to measure this circle in, and then add on some extra radius from the same point, measure across, add another 900 millimeters or meter to get this outside curve. So basically a compass point for the middle, and then move this round and move that round, and that gives me my shape. That is roughly to scale, so I know that when I measure from the house to there and from the fence to there, that would give me roughly my center point that I need to be. So it sort of works. So we've got a string line square from the house that goes across. There's my center point of my circle. We've got a tape measure. We get to that point that we need. For instance, let's say it was, I think it's like that, 3 meters 800, and then we'll move that round on the pin and spray that. And for the outside of the path, we add another 900 mil on or so, and then do the same thing, and that then gives me my outside lines. And then to do the yin-yang part, I've got my square line. I've now got the center and the outside of the circle there. So what I do is I measure that distance from the center to the outside of the circle, put a pin in the middle there, and then do the same. I put my tape measure on there, and this time I just draw around that way, and that will come round back to my starting point, my center of my circle. Then I measure from that point halfway to the outside of the circle, put a mark in the middle, put a pin there, and then from that distance to the center I then measure around, and where them 2 points join gives me the yin-yang shape. Obviously I do my videos about tropical gardening, not tend to be landscaping, but I thought I'd give you a rough idea of how I've set this out. Hopefully not boring you too much, but if you want to do, not that I'm expecting anyone to do a yin-yang garden, but you might want to do a circular lawn. So in that point, find your center of your circle, literally use a tape measure or a piece of string, something that won't stretch, because otherwise you could pull it and the tension will change, keep changing the measurement. But that center point is needed for everything, these points, because I will use this compass to set my cobbles and everything to keep it all nice and circular and curved. Right, let's get on with the next bit. Right, we've now fast forwarded a few hours and I've been digging out the shape and breaking out the cobbles that circled the original lawn. So I can't get a skip to put the soil in till tomorrow. So at present, I've just been digging the shape and turning the soil over, and then I'll just shovel it into a barrow and get rid of that tomorrow. I've got a family member coming to help me, so hopefully this will be where the new path is. And by the time you see this video, this should all be dug out. Walking around here, going round, and then that needs to be dug out that way, and this continued to be dug out around here. I've left these little bits in the middle because it allows me just to push the wheelbarrow over without having to put bits of plank over the trenches and stuff. But if I come back here, you should be able to sort of start to see the yin-yang shape. On this side, all this is going to be, sorry, path round here, then this will be planting round here with a stream coming across and the pond in there somewhere, and round here this will be more clear after I've dug the rest out tomorrow. This is now, or this area is going to be extra planting. Still quite tight round here, but I just couldn't make the shape work by taking too much more. But I'm going to gain, probably once the cobbles go, the new edge will be round here somewhere around the lawn. So I'm going to gain another ½ metre, which means I can get the plants sort of more to level with the low quat above rather than tucked right under. So when I get some nice rocks around here, the plants will be just almost cascaded onto the cobbles just off the lawn. So that's it for today. That's all I'm going to get done, but you'll see me in just a minute with a bit more digging out done, and hopefully looking a lot more clearer. Okay, so we've fast forwarded to the end of day 2 now. I didn't bother filming all the digging out and breaking out of cobbles because I didn't really feel like there was any point to that. But we've managed to get a good few hours on it today, just basically digging out the paths, clearing soil around the front and finishing off breaking cobbles off. This is now pretty much, I've just got to level off, but this is pretty much all cleared, ready for a weed membrane and stone to go in to be compacted hardcore, and then I can look at marking out all the edges to around the lawn. We've also started to anyway, the left cobble and the right cobble down here. So this is now about 900 wide where it was 900 millimeters, where it was about 1100 millimeters. So it's made it a little bit thinner. I'm going to clear all the edges off and re-cement them in, and that will just allow them plants to hang over a little bit more and make that a little bit tighter jungle walk. And it's gained me all them cobbles for free to reuse in the rest of the path, because if I make all the paths that wide, it's going to save me quite a bit of work and cobbles. I've just started by taking the outside 2 here, but potentially if this doesn't line up with the path in front, that's all gonna have to come out, and that as well. But for now, because I'm trying to do this in stages and I do not want the garden to be an absolute mess, we've got this, which is going to be the kidney shaped lawn around here. These bits are just left in, so like I say, I'll just get the barrow across and stuff. The edgings will go in around there, around the outside. This will be, like I've said, the path going round. I think now you'll be able to see why this tree fern's just got to be moved. It is going to still stay somewhere in this area, but it's going to be sort of pushed further back. Maybe if the stream's going across there, it will just overhang the stream, or maybe even this side, or I'll add another tree fern so it maybe looks like a tree fern walk. I think that would look absolutely lovely just as I go round. I'm going to try and keep them in this area because it's quite well protected here above, and it gets, the trunks are in sort of complete shade really, and then the leaves are in a brighter spot because they're higher up, but it just helps keep them sort of lush. So I think that area there, I'm probably going to use quite a lot of ferns underplanted plus that, and I might even add another tree fern or move one of the ones from the back. Let's think what else. So this area is obviously going to be dug out later. It will have rocks all the way around on both sides with the pond, but for now, if I just dug all that out, it would be an absolute mud pit, and every time it rains, and the dog's just going to bring all that mess in. So I'm trying to do this in stages. If I was doing this job for someone else as a landscaper, we'd probably just get the digger in, the excavator, and just get everything cleared in one go, so it's all gone away. But I am having to try and do this in stages because of time, work, money, and all that kind of thing. But hand digging this today would normally proper do my head in, but while I've been digging, I've been imagining where the plants are going to go, how it's going to look, and visualize it. And I've got to say, I have been thoroughly enjoying it. And I thought I'd just do this little update. This is pretty much day 2 done. Neither day's been full days because we've been waiting for skips and stuff like that, and getting rid of waste. So hopefully now, today's Thursday, I'm busy tomorrow, but hopefully I can get a few hours out here on Saturday and start getting the cobbles and everything laid around the edging, and then working on the path. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Follow this crazy journey that I've embarked, which I had no plan to whatsoever. And give us a like if you want to carry on watching. And thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.